my name is Furusho Von Puttkammer. I'm a multimedia artist and curator working in New York City, and here's a list of 5 things that annoy me as a curator. I'm not saying that these things will annoy all curators, but they're general enough that it's probably best to avoid doing these things just in case. Of course, make your own decisions based on the situation you're in as an artist or gallery worker, but feel free to use this as a guide. If you've noticed that your career has stagnated or isn't taking off like you thought it would, see if you're guilty of any of the things listed in this video. Before I was a curator, I was an artist, and I definitely made a few of these mistakes in the past. This list is also geared towards both artists and gallery workers, since a lot of y'all don't know how to act. Number 1. Don't ask me for a favor if you've never supported me. I can't tell you the amount of times I've gotten a random direct message from someone I haven't spoken to in years asking for advice or wanting me to introduce them to someone. Some of these people have never even liked a single social media post I've made for an art project. You want me to help you get a leg up in the art world, but you can't be bothered to show me any sort of public support? It just comes across as self-centered and entitled. Maybe if you had come to the show opening, I could have introduced you to the gallery owner in person. Now let's say life got in the way and now you want to reestablish a connection with someone that you lost touch with. You have to be smart about it and genuine. People can tell when someone is bullshitting just to get something out of them. Look up the person you're trying to get in touch with. When reaching out, reference some of their current projects. Get a little personal and get to the point. If you need advice, offer to buy them coffee, a drink, or even better, a meal. Pad your message. The more sincere you are, the less likely that person is going to charge you for their time. Keep in mind that this is 1,000 times better than, "Hey, how did you get that show at blank gallery? Can you introduce me to the owner?" This also works for people you've never met. You just have to adjust slightly. Number 2, keep in touch. Respond to emails in a timely manner. Artists have a terrible reputation for never responding to emails on time. As the curator though, I usually need a short artist biography, 2 to 3 high-res photos of you or your work, and tags for social media and Venmo. It's better to just have an up-to-date version of these things saved to your phone or computer so that you can send them to the curator or organizer right away. The curator receives everything they need quickly, plus it's just a really easy way to look professional. You should also keep an updated artist statement and CV on hand. Please don't be that artist that I have to hunt down and badger days before the exhibit, festival, performance, whatever is set to happen. Tag me in things. Curators, especially independent ones like myself, are usually the main organizers, promoters, installers, and hosts for the shows you're in. Usually, they're also not getting paid. The least you, as the artist, can do is help promote the show and tag the curator. We also always appreciate a thank you. Number 3, do your research first. This is especially an issue for open calls. Applications for open calls usually have very specific instructions. Read these things first before digging up the curator's information and asking them directly. If you send me your proposal over email when the application clearly says to apply through a portal, or ask me a question that is clearly answered in the FAQs, that can easily get you on the unaccepted list. If you're unsure of the gender of the person you're speaking to, just avoid addressing it in your email. Nothing is more embarrassing than addressing someone as Mr. Furusho because they have short hair. Also, it's 2020! You don't need to address people as Mr. or Mrs. at the start of emails anymore. As for gallery workers, know exactly what you're looking for before reaching out to a curator. A few weeks ago, I was offered an opportunity to curate an open call by an intern at a prominent gallery, only to have that intern rescind the offer 5 minutes later because the gallery actually wanted someone bigger, i.e. someone who worked in a museum. The intern then implied that they were interested in applying to my current open call. Good luck with that. Number 4, don't be a diva. I feel this is pretty self-explanatory, but the art world, especially in New York City, is filled with people who are convinced that they are God's gift to modern art. Having confidence in your work is great, but don't be a jerk about it. Remember, you might be the next art star, but you can't become the next art star without the help of a lot of people. Be respectful of the people you're working with, whether it be curators, gallery assistants, art handlers, clients, or fellow artists. Show up to the shows you're in. Help promote the shows through your social media. Thank the people involved who made it happen. If for some reason you can't make it to a show, a quick message explaining why you can't attend and thanking them for the invite goes a long way. And if you just didn't feel like going, make something up. Don't follow someone on social media, then unfollow them after they've followed you back. That's a shady way to earn social media followers, and people know this. And number 5, don't ask for forgiveness over asking for permission. Better to ask for forgiveness than ask for permission. It's applicable in a lot of areas in life, like when you're a teenager and you want to dye your hair or paint your room and you're worried that your mom is going to say no. But not in the professional art world. 9 times out of 10, the thing you're afraid to ask permission for is not that big of a deal. But going behind someone's back can escalate the situation unnecessarily. At best, you look unprofessional, and at worst, you burn several bridges. I've experienced everything from performance artists deliberately going over their stage time to a co-curator completely writing me out of my own show to make himself look like the main curator. Remember, curators deal with a lot of artists on a daily basis. We remember the people who respect us, and we return the favor. We also remember the people who disrespected us, and we are not quiet about it when our colleagues ask for recommendations. If you want to build a career in the art world, you need to pay attention to how you interact with your colleagues. Don't forget that we are all in this first and foremost to help bring more art and creativity to the world. It's not a competition, it's a community. And if you're looking for a community, consider applying to join us here at Solas Studio. You can get access to our community Discord, exhibition opportunities, developmental workshops, or come to the studio and shoot a video ranting about all the things that annoy you as a curator. So how did we do? Are you guilty of any of these mistakes? What are some of the things curators do that annoy you? Did you find these tips helpful, or do you think I'm just an angry bitch? Let us know in the comments. Like, subscribe, bell. See you next time.